Not the first person to say it, certainly not the first person to think it or feel it, but he was the first person ever to bother to write it down and sign his name after it. So now if you say it, you have to say his name after it. Life is very long. T.S. Eliot. Absolutely goddamn right. Especially in his case, because he lived about to be 76, or a very old age, especially in those days. He wrote it down when he was 30, so he must have had some inside dope. Got to give the devil his due, though. Not many could have made it through Eliot's trials and came out on the other side, brilliantine, double-breasted, and Anglican. Not hard to imagine, though, given Eliot's first wife, the lovely Viv. How hot Crane or John Barrowman might have reacted? Foot race to the nearest bridge, Olympian suicidalist. No, not Eliot, though. Following sufficient years of ecclesiastical guilt, plop her in the nearest asylum and get along with the dead. God Almighty. You have to admire the purity of the survivor's instinct. Barrowman, on the other hand, said, "The world is gradually becoming a place where I do not care to be any longer. I don't know what it says about me. I have a greater affinity towards the damaged. Probably nothing good. I admire the hell out of Eliot the poet, but the man, I simply cannot identify with. Son of a bitch." That's Violet, my wife. She takes pills, sometimes a great many, and they affect, among other things, her equilibrium. Fortunately, the pills she takes eliminate the need for equilibrium. So she falls when she rambles, but she doesn't ramble much. My wife takes pills and I drink. That's the bargain we struck. One paragraph of our marriage contract. Cruel covenant that it is. Now, I don't drink because my wife takes pills. As to whether or not my wife takes pills because I drink, I've learned not to speak for my wife on such matters. The facts are my wife takes pills and I drink, and it has made over time burdensome the maintenance of traditional American marriage routine. You know, purchase of goods, mowing of lawns, cleaning of cars, carpets, and crackers. Rather than vow abstinence with my fingers crossed in a queasy attempt to right my wrong ship, I've chosen to turn my life over to a higher power and join the ranks of the hiring class. Now, it's not a decision with which I'm entirely comfortable. I know how to launder my dirty undies. Been doing it my whole life, my wife and I. But I fear it's getting in the way of my drinking. So much can be said for sobriety, but very little. That's Barrowman again. The place isn't in such bad shape. I've managed, and just the other night I burned an awful lot of debris. You know, it's amazing what a simple utility bill can mean to a living person. Once they passed on, that is. The words just become meaningless symbols. Otherworldly symbols on a piece of paper. Meaningless. Oh, here. This one's clean.
Thank you.
I apologize for the temperature in here. My wife is cold-blooded and not in the metaphorical sense. She does not believe in air conditioning, as if it is something to be disbelieved in.
My daddy was the same way. I'm used to it.
I knew Mr. Youngberg, you know.
You knew Daddy?
Bought many a watermelon from his fruit stand. Some summers he sold fireworks, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Bought Roman candles from a daughter. He did pass, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
May I ask how?
He had a heart attack. Fell into a flatbed truck full of wine grapes.
Wine grapes in Oklahoma. I'm sorry for your loss.
It's okay. Thank you.
Now, may I ask about the name?
Hmm?
He was a young bird, and you're a
Montevado.
Montevata.
I went back to the original language.
Does it mean young bird?
Yes.
And going by this was your choosing?
Yes.
Well, cheers to that.
Fred.
By night, within that ancient house, immense, black, damned, and anonymous. Babe, what? Did you? What? Did you put? What?
God damn it.
Did you?
Are the police here?
No.
Is this a window? Am I looking through a window? A window?
Could you come down here, dear?
Oh. Hello. Hello. I didn't know you were entertaining.
This is John, young woman I told you about.
The woman, huh?
What?
A woman. A woman.
This is the woman I'm thinking of hiring.
Oh, he's hiring a woman. I thought you meant oh.
What other woman?
Huh?
This is the woman I'm thinking of hiring to cook and clean and take you to the
In the
clinic.
interest of civil action, in your particular ways of speaking, I thought you meant to hire a woman.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Hello. Hello. I'm sorry, like this. Yes, ma'am. I'm Violet. What's your name? John. Very good. Thank you. Were you an Indian? Yes, ma'am. What kind? Cheyenne. You think I'm pretty? Yes, ma'am. Oh, like this. Like this.
Oh, God damn it. Why don't you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yours the house now. I have medicine from my muscle.
Why don't you go to bed, dear?
Why don't you go fuck a fucking sales ass?
All right.
I'm sorry. I'll be sweet. I'll be so sweet. I'll be sickly sweet. I'll be ineligible sweet.
I think I told you on the phone Dr. Burke mentioned became highly recommended.
I have a year towards my nursing certificate at Tulsa Community College. I had to drop out when Daddy died, and I had to help my grandma and mom through hard times.
You said you needed the work.
I've been cleaning houses and babysitting.
Now, I did tell you we wanted to live.
Yes, sir.
I doubt you'll be able to maintain any sort of healthy routine here.
I need the work.
The work itself's pretty mundane. I myself require very little attention. Sort of a human cactus, as it were. My wife, on the other hand, has been diagnosed with a touch of cancer, and she will need to be driven to Tulsa for a final chemotherapy treatment. You're more than welcome to use that American-made behemoth parked out back under the carport. More than welcome to use everything and everything. Our life's possession. You're going to live here, I want you to live here. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. You have any questions?
What kind of cancer?
Oh my God, I nearly neglected the punchline. Mouth cancer.
What pills does she take?
Oh, no. Valium, Vicodin, Percodan, Percocet, Darvil, Darvocet, Oxycontin in a pinch. She once slipped some black mollies in there just to make sure I was paying attention. Dilaudid. Cannot forget the Dilaudid. My wife, Violet. Violet, my wife. She's gone down this road before and come out on the other side clean as a whistle. This time she has chosen this reality for herself instead. You were going to ask why she wasn't currently seeking treatment, weren't you?
No, sir.
Good. That relieves me. Ah. My prized possessions are my books. Simple pleasures, you know, like finding wild onions on the side of the road or quiet love. Ah! Here. Here you go.
T.S. Eliot?
Read it or not, it's not a requirement. Feel free to read everything and anything here. My worldly possessions. Here we go around the prickly pear. Prickly pear, prickly pear. Here we go around that prickly pear.
Beverly's done this before.
I know.
You remember he used to just take off without a word? You remember, Charlie?
They've always had trouble.
This one time, he just up and left without a word. I told Vi, I said, you pack that son of a bitch's bags and have them waiting for him on the front porch. And you know I always liked your father.
I know.
No, I always liked your father. I introduced Vi and Bev, for God's sake.
You did not introduce him.
The hell I didn't.
You had a date with him, stood him up, and sent your sister instead.
That's an introduction. That's what an introduction is.
I just don't think it's accurate to say that.
He was too old for me anyways. Violet, shrinking Violet, she couldn't get a man on her own.
No one ever called her shrinking Violet.
And Charlie and your father always got on real well. They used to go on fishing trips together.
I know.
But when Beverly just took off like that without a word, without a note even, my first obligation was to my sister, don't you know?
You're not obliged to do anything.
I have an obligation to my big sister.
You're not obliged to be involved in someone else's marriage.
Not any marriage, but when they're married to my big sister, I sure as hell do. Ivy has, sister. She knows what I mean. I told Vi, I said you pack that son of a bitch's bags and have them wait for him on the front porch. You take all those goddamn books he's so fond of and make a big pile in the front yard and have yourself a bonfire. Take all his papers too, everything, just throw it in.
You don't burn a man's books.
Would you stop contradicting me?
His possessions aren't responsible.
Well, she didn't do it, so it doesn't make any difference.
Of course you didn't do it.
Let me tell you something, Charlie Aiken. You ever get any ideas of just up and taking off, you better believe.
I'm not going anywhere.
You better believe I'm going to give you about 3 days to get your head straight, then it's all going up in a blaze of glory.
I'm not going anywhere.
If you did.
Well, I'm not.
Not that Charlie has any books lying around. I don't think I've seen him read a book in my life.
Is that a criticism? Does that bother you?
Well, I haven't. What's the last book you read?
God damn it, Maddie Faye.
You can't tell me the last book you read?
Look, Beverly was a teacher. Teachers read books. I'm in the upholstery business.
Tell me
I
the last
upholster.
book you read.
Look, the girl here's worried about her father. She
I
doesn't
think
need to
we're
hear
all
us fight.
concerned about Beverly.
Then why the hell are you needling me?
Whew. It's hot in here. Are you sweating?
God, I'm sweating. It's 90 degrees in here.
Feel my back. Sweat's just dripping down my
I
back.
don't feel bad.
Come on, feel it.
No, not
Put your
bad.
hand here. Oh, sweat's just dripping.
Damn it, Maddie. Ivy, let me ask you a question. When did this business of taping the shades start?
That's been a couple of years now.
Has it been that long since we've been here?
Well, do you know its purpose?
You can't tell if it's not her day.
I think that's the purpose.
Well, which one of them started that?
I can't really see Dan take the initiative.
I suppose not. I just don't think it's healthy.
It's not. You need sunlight.
I find this whole setup depressing. What the heck? Vi's a Clapton fan? When did that start? I never pegged her as a Clapton. Don't do that!
The body needs sunlight.
Well, it's not Tom Genius. Besides, don't come into someone else's house, start ripping the shades open.
Has it really been 2 years since we've been here?
I checked all the hospitals, but no sign of Beverly.
This is the highway patrol?
No, not the highway patrol, the sheriff, Gilbo boy.
Oh, I was gonna say.
It's not CJ either. It's Dion, that kid. He went to school with Ivy, I think, didn't he?
Barbara's class, I think.
Is that right?
Wasn't that?
C.J. Gilbo was a boy we went to school with. Mean little son of a bitch, juvenile delinquent.
Remember he went to the penitentiary?
For killing, what was it?
A boxer.
Right, for killing a man's boxer dog.
His son Dion's the sheriff here now. I sent you that subscription to Paul Husker Journal Capital. Don't you read it?
No, I don't read it.
Well, if you read it, you'd know that Dion is the sheriff here now.
No, I don't read it.
Right along, bunch of them.
What else did he say?
Boats missing.
Mom?
They sent a patrolman down to the docks to see if anyone had seen them, and they noticed Beverly's pontoon boat was missing.
Oh no.
They'd had a couple boats missing the last little while, so they didn't think it proved anything, but he was worried was all.
Well, why? You think Bev could have taken his trailer, picked up the boat, and gone somewhere else?
Trailer's out by the shed. I saw it when we pulled up.
Excuse me, dear. Trouble you for another one.
God damn it, she's not a waitress.
I know that.
Then get your own beer.
I don't want.
I'll get it.
Thank you.
I don't believe you. Sitting here watching baseball and drinking beers. Do you have any idea what's going on around you? This situation is fraught.
Am I supposed to sit here like a statue? You're drinking straight whiskey.
I'm having a cocktail.
You're drinking straight whiskey.
Would you just show a little class?
I just don't think we need to sit here crying in the dark.
Oh, well, since you got everything all figured out, let's party down.
God damn it, Madam Faye.
Have that Indian gal whip us up some cheese conies and let's call a few friends.
Now you know a cheese coney sounds good right now.
It does, doesn't it? Do you smell something cooking?
Hell yeah, smells good.
Well, come with me in the kitchen, let's see what it is.
What do you mean need me for? I got the royals on.
Just come with me.
Damn. Ooh. That ain't good news about the boat, though. Well, come on, let's get some cheese conies.
You call Barb.
Yes?
What did she say?
She said she's on her way.
Or when did you call her?
This morning.
Well, how'd she get here?
She and Bill are coming.
Well, are they driving?
I doubt it.
Why?
Boulder's a long way.
Were they bringing Jean?
I don't know.
Well, what did you tell her?
I told her dad was missing.
That's all.
Is there anything else?
Or did you tell her how long he's been missing?
5 days.
What did she say?
She said she's on her way.
God damn it, Ivy, what did she say? Was she amused? Was she irritated? What did she say?
She said she's on her way.
Hopeless. God damn your father for putting me through this. For leaving me to handle this. Have you seen that office of his? All that paperwork, that mess? I can't make heads or tails of it. And then he goes and hires this Indian a week ago for some goddamn reason, and now I have a stranger in my house. I don't know what to say to that girl. What's her name?
Jonna.
He used to pay the bills and make the phone calls, and now I'm supposed to handle it? You know, there's something wrong with this house, some sunk pump on the basement or the foundation. I can't make heads or tails. I can't do all this by myself.
I called Karen.
Yeah, what'd she say?
She said she'd try to get here.
There should be a big fat help just like you. I need Barb.
I don't know what Barb's gonna be able to do about it.
What did you do to your hair?
I had it straightened.
You had it straight.
Yes.
Why would anybody do that?
I don't know.
Why did you do it?
I just wanted to change.
Ivy, you are the prettiest of all of my girls, but you look like such a schlub. Why don't you wear any makeup?
Do I need makeup?
All women need makeup. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. The only woman pretty enough not to have to wear makeup was Elizabeth Taylor, and she wore a ton. Sit up straight. What, your shoulders are slumped, you don't wear makeup, your hair's all straight, you look like a lesbian.
Mom,
You could get a decent man who just spruce up a bit, is all I'm saying.
I'm not looking for a
Well,
man.
you should be.
I'm-
Everybody should be looking for somebody.
I'm not looking for a man.
I know there are a lot of losers out there, believe me, that one you brought.
Barry wasn't a loser.
Barry was that too when he drove up in his little electric car with his orange beard and that turban.
It wasn't a turban.
I don't understand some of the choices that you made. You were 43 years
44.
old. 44 years old. And maybe you're past the point of having children, and that's all right if you don't want them. But don't you want a husband?
A husband in Pawhuska?
You don't meet people where you live. You meet people where you work. You can't tell me there aren't people walking through that library every day.
Oh, you want me to marry a student? One of these 18-year-old kids from a hick town?
There are professors at the Tulsa campus, are there not? There were when your father worked there.
Barry was a teacher at TU.
Environmental studies. Barry was a loser.
Barry wasn't a loser.
He dumped you, didn't he? That makes him
He
a
didn't
big
dump me. It just didn't work out.
All
for me.
right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll get it straight. But maybe it would have worked out between you two if you had just worn a little makeup. How many was that?
I wasn't counting. Is your mouth burning?
Like a son of a bitch. My tongue is on fire.
Are you supposed to be smoking?
Is anyone supposed to smoke?
You have cancer of the
I
mouth.
have more than enough on my mind right now than you getting on me about my sperm.
I'm not getting on
Then
you.
leave it alone.
Are you scared?
Of course I'm scared. And you are a comfort to me, sweetheart. Thank God one of my girls stay close to home. And my generation's family stuck together.
That was a different time.
Yeah, no kidding. Did you call Barb?
Yes, I already told you. I called her this morning.
Did you call Maggie Faye?
Aunt Maddie Faye is here.
Well, I know that, dummy, but did you call her?
I thought you called her.
I guess I did. I don't remember.
You have a lot on your mind.
She needs to come in here and tell me what's what.
I don't know how Uncle Charlie puts up with it.
He smokes a lot of grass.
He does?
He smokes a lot of grass.
Grass? Did you say grass?
Well, what do you call
I
it?
don't know, but are you Eric Clapton now?
What?
Eric Clapton. You have an Eric Clapton album.
Yeah, I've had that forever.
I have never seen it.
It's got a good beat. I like it. I'm not old, you know.
What's Jane doing?
Smoking.
I wish you wouldn't encourage that.
I can encourage anything.
I don't know, there's just something a little funny about the way you say smoking. Like you admire her for getting hooked at 14.
Are you ready for this?
No. No way.
Take a second.
God damn, it's hot. I know it. Colorado's spoiled.
It's one of the reasons we got out of here.
No, it isn't.
Suppose your mom turned on the air conditioner?
Are you kidding? Remember the parakeets?
Parakeets?
I didn't tell you about the parakeets? So, she got a parakeet for some insane reason. Little fucker croaked after about 2 days. So, she went back to the pet store, raised hell, they gave her another parakeet. And that one died after just 1 day. So she went back to the pet store, they gave her another parakeet, that one died too. So, chick from the pet store came out here just to see what in the hell this serial parakeet killer was doing to both off these birds.
And?
The heat. It was too hot. They were dying from the heat.
Jesus
These are
Christ.
tropical birds, all right? They live in the fucking tropics. What were these people thinking?
What people?
The jokers who settled this place, the Germans and the Dutch and the Irish. Who was the asshole who saw this flat hot nothing and planted this flag? I mean, we fucked the Indians for this?
Genocide always seems like such a good idea at the time.
Right? You know what I'm saying.
Anyway, if you want me to explain the creepy character of the Midwest, you're asking
Hey,
me wrong.
hey, hey, this is not the Midwest, all right? Michigan is the Midwest. God knows why. No, this is a play. State of mind, right? Spiritual affliction, like the blues.
Are you okay? Oh, I'm fine. Just got back from there.
What, is she smoking a fucking cigar?
She's coming. I'm sorry you're going through this.
Oh, I'm just so scared. You're too thin.
Pardon.
Yes, you are. Oh, look at you!
I know, isn't she something? And look at her boobs!
Oh!
You both stared at my tits now.
They're just so big!
Damn it, that is right.
I bet it's you over there.
You look crowded.
You look great. Doesn't she look great, Bill?
Yes, she
I
does.
love your hair. That looks great.
And it's straight.
I know it looks great.
Hi, Jean. Hi.
Oh, oh, Bill, I don't really care who, but I need somebody to go through Ben's office. All that paperwork, it's too much.
Oh, we could that long.
No,
Here for a while.
I need it done now. I just get so confused.
I'll take care of it, hi.
Which room are you staying in?
Oh, we're headed back tonight.
You're headed back tonight?
We have to, Bob. We left in such a rush we didn't get anyone to take care of those damn dogs.
You're taking that hour-and-a-half trip tonight?
Not the way he drives.
God damn.
Anyways, I know you want to spend some time with these girls.
Well, can't you find somebody to take care of dogs? Can't you call little Charles or
Well, I
somebody?
guess we could. No, he can't either. We have to get back.
Oh, honey, we could try calling him.
No, we talked about this.
I know, but we talked about it.
We got all these people and not enough beds.
Well, you can stay at Ivan's place.
We talked about this.
Okay.
Well, you all can figure that out on your own. So, Mom, Jean can stay in the attic.
No, that's what what's her name is.
Jonna.
Who's John?
The Indian that lives in my attic.
She's the one.
Hi, I'm Jonna. Welcome home.
Saturday morning, that Indian made us biscuits and gravy. We ate some, and then he walked out that door right there, and that was it.
And that was the last time you saw him.
Went to bed Saturday night, woke up Sunday morning, still no Bev. I didn't think much about it, I just thought he'd gone out on a bender.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. It's not like you couldn't drink alone. Unless you were riding his ass.
I never got on him about his drinking, never got on him about it.
Really?
I swear, Barb, he could have drank himself into oblivion. Oblivion.
Oblivion.
So Sunday, still no sign of it.
Yes, Sunday, no sign. I started getting worried, don't you know, about that safety deposit box. We have a lot of money in that box, a lot of jewelry, expensive jewelry. I have a diamond ring in that box appraised for
What?
$7,000.
I'm confused. What about a safety deposit box?
Well, I know you'll disapprove, but for Father and I, we had an arrangement that if anything were to happen to one of us, the other would go empty out that safety deposit box.
Because
He gets rolled into the estate, then he goes to probate.
Right, right.
you're such a fucking silly.
Oh, I knew you'd disapprove.
Okay, fine. So what about a safety deposit box?
I had to wait until Monday for the bank to open so I could empty the safety deposit box. And once I did, I called the police and reported him missing. Monday morning.
So you just calling me now.
Well,
Today.
I didn't call you.
You had Ivy call me 5 days later.
Well, I didn't want to worry you, sweetheart.
Jesus.
But you sure there wasn't some sort of event that triggered his leaving, some sort of incident?
Like a fight? No. And we thought, you know. But no, he just left.
Maybe you just needed some time away from you.
Well, that's nice of you to say.
It's no crime. Being married's hard.
Under the best circumstances.
But nothing. No, see you later, or I'm going for a walk. Good old unfathomable dad.
God damn your father. You know, what I first fell in love with was his mystery. He'd walk into a room, and you knew that if he just said a single thing, it'd knock you out. He's the smartest one in that room. No. He just stood there, little smile on his face, not say a word. Sexy.
Yeah, well then a mystery can cut both ways.
And then what is it? Anything different or unusual or?
Well, he hired this woman a week ago, didn't ask me, just hired this woman to come here and live in our house. And I don't know what she's doing here.
You don't want her here.
I have a stranger in my house. I have an Indian in my house.
You got a problem with Indians, Violet?
Well, I don't know what to say to an Indian.
They're called Native Americans now, Mom.
Now, who makes that decision? Who calls them that?
It's what they like to be called.
They ain't any more native than me.
In fact, they
Well,
are.
what's wrong with Indian?
I don't understand why it's so hard to just call people what they want to be
Well,
called.
why don't we just call the dinosaurs Native American while we're at it?
She may be an Indian, but she makes the best goddamn apple pie I ever ate in my life. Oh man,
A cook? He hired a cook? That doesn't make any sense. We don't eat.
well that sounds lovely.
We eat cheese, or saltines, or a ham sandwich. I can't tell you the last time that stove was turned on. Years.
Well now you get biscuits and gravy. That's kind of nice, huh?
Nice for you now, but soon you'll be gone, never to return.
Mom,
When was the last time you were here?
I won't talk about this.
Really, I can't even remember.
I'm very dutiful, Mom. I call. I write. I send
Oh,
presents.
you do not
I
write.
send presents on birthdays and Mother's
Oh, because
Day.
you're so beautiful.
Don't you quote me.
All right.
I don't care about you two. You're grown ups. You're grown ups. You do what you want.
I have a lot of obligations, Mom. I have a daughter starting high school. in a
She
couple-
really? Last time I saw her, she was in grade
I
school.
won't talk about this.
Well, I don't really care about you two, really. I just want to see my granddaughter every now and then.
Well, you're seeing her now.
It's your father broke his heart when you moved away.
Oh, that is wildly
Am I
unfair.
gonna have to separate you two?
You were always Beverly's favorite. Don't pretend you didn't know that.
I don't want to know that. I prefer to think my parents loved all their children equally.
And I'm sure you prefer to think that Sandy Claus brought you presents on Christmas too, but it just wasn't so. If you had more than one child, you'd realize that every parent has their favorite. Maddie Faye was my mother's favorite. Big deal. I got over it. You're your daddy's favorite.
Great. Thanks.
Broke his heart.
What was I supposed to do, huh? Colorado offered Bill twice the money he was making at TV,
Why are we even getting
and they
into
were
this?
willing to hire me too. Daddy knew we had to take those jobs. You think he wouldn't have jumped at the chance Bill
Now
got?
that's where you're wrong, honey. Nothing could have got Beverly Weston out of Oklahoma. And don't think you didn't have enough opportunities once Meadowlark came out.
Sure.
When Meadowlark was published, your father was asked to go all over the country. Far better places than Colorado.
Now you want to knock Colorado.
Well, it's not hard to do.
Meadowlark came out 40 years ago. Academia is wildly different now.
Oh,
It's extremely
please, tell me
competitive.
all about academia.
Daddy gave me his blessing, and I didn't even ask for it.
What's he told you?
Oh, so now you're gonna tell me the truth. Some terrible shit Daddy said behind my back.
Hey, enough. Everybody's a little
He
on
didn't
edge.
say anything bad behind your back.
Come on.
He just said he was disappointed that you said it.
Is that supposed to be a comment on Bill? Daddy never said anything like that to you.
You thought you had talent as a writer.
If he thought that, and I doubt he did, he was wrong. Anyway, what difference does it make? It's my life. I can do what I want. So he was disappointed in me because I settled for a beautiful family and a teaching career. Is that it? What a load of absolute horseshit.
Oh, horseshit! 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 Are we saying horseshit now? Say horseshit, Bill!
Horseshit.
Are you high?
No,
No, are you high? I mean, literally, are you taking something?
I'm muscle relaxer.
Listen to me, I will not do this again.
Do
These
what?
fucking pills.
It's a muscle
I
relaxer.
will not do this again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The psych ward calls at 3 a.m. about people in your
Oh, you're
backyard.
so dramatic.
The police, all the rest of it.
Why are you
You
yelling
spend a
at
goddamn
me?
fortune on these fucking pills, and then you spend another fortune getting
This
off.
is not the same thing. I didn't have a
Oh, so
reason.
it's okay to get hooked now because
I'm
you
not-
have a reason.
I'm not hooked on anything.
I'm not saying you are not. I'm just saying I won't do this again.
I'm not. I'm in pain.
Because of your mouth.
Yes, because of my mouth, because of the chemo. There.
Are you in a lot of pain?
Yes, I'm in pain. My mouth burns like a bullshit, and now Beverly's missing, and now you're yelling at
I'm
me.
not yelling at shit.
I found out I have cancer, and you can't bother coming home. But the moment Beverly goes missing, you come rushing
I'm
back.
sorry. Mom, you're right. You're right. I'm think he is. I think he got a bottle of whiskey, a carton of cigarettes, a couple of good spy novels, and I think he took the boat out, steered it to a nice place somewhere in the shade, close to shore, and I think that he's fishing and drinking and reading, and maybe if the mood strikes him, maybe even writing a little. I think he's safe. And I think he'll come through that door anytime.